In this episode, we see Kiteman interviewing people that wish to work at Noonan's while Glider checks if anyone has responded to their RSVP invites, but all Kiteman is interested in is to impress his dad. Bane has already been taking off gums as he officially wants the job, but Kiteman wanted more than regular servers, yet Bane tells him he'll work for tips, making Golden Glider to hire him, but Kiteman explains to Glider to make the party slap they need an attractive server. While talking, Malice gave a dramatic entrance just to get a drink, leaving everyone speechless as she reluctantly mentions job search sucks while on the phone. Kiteman approaches her, but Malice tells him she has a guy as he ignored that and introduce himself and Glider the love of his life, while he hires her for being too cool. Malice has no other option but to accept as she reveals she needs to prove to her goddaddy she's trying because he cut her off. Meanwhile, Malice's presence annoys Glider a lot, causing her to prove some points why she shouldn't stay. At some point, Glider found herself stuck in Malice's imagination circle where she tells her she's now the center of attention as she can't compete with her. Glider got really upset and rains nasty words on Malice, but Kiteman tries to calm her down. Just before Bane arrives with his box and said he insulted Lex before quitting, but Kiteman shatters his heart telling him Malice has the job now. Even so, Bane flares up, but just while talking. His allergy strikes as he's allergic to Malice's cat, but Malice says her cat's cold, making Kiteman to bring out a tiny cloth with the bar name on it for the cat. Glider quickly goes to revive Bane, but Bane doesn't seem to appreciate as he walks out to beg Lex for his job. Malice kept staring at Gus' hamster as he tells her he uses it to teach his student about being responsible. Just before Malice's cat broke the Queen of Fables glass and enjoys the hamster. To solve all at once, Glider carries the Queen of Fables head and place it in Gus' dead hamster's cage, while she commands Malice to wait outside as she tells her the grand opening is so important to Kiteman, yet Malice suggested she should have invited important people, but says no one cool enough will attend. In frustration, Glider pretends she got a response from Lex Luthor as she excuses herself. Moving on, Gus introduced Queen of Fables as a decapitated head to the kids, making her annoyed as she wishes to steal one of the kids' bodies, but wasn't her taste. Gus then suggests Queen of Fables to tell them a story. Kenneth didn't want that because she's a woman. Yet she went ahead and told a nasty story about Kenneth drawing the kids' attention. Bane tries to talk to Lex but didn't think of badging in as Glider did. Glider kept their issues aside as she invites Lex to the grand reopening and assures him it's the best party of the year. Lex cuts her shorts as he agrees without excuses, leaving Glider shocked, surprised, and clumsy. Lex said yes just to get rid of her as he plans to host his very own party, just to keep villains away from where he hid the anti-life equation at Noonan's. In excitement, Glider breaks the news to Kiteman. Lex Luthor accepted their invite as he says he'll bring his friends along. Malice interrupted as she alerts everyone her cat's missing and says she needs her because if she eats any meat she'll double in size. Doubles reveals Glider instructed him to take care of the cat. Doing so, he attempts to kill the cat but found out it's immortal as it digested someone on the street, making Malice mad as she engages in an argument with Glider, but as usual, Kiteman makes peace. Queen of Fable had just finished her nasty story. Kenneth grew angry and decides to tell his mom after she comes back from her glutes and shoots class. A kid asked Mr. Gus who's going to look after the pet for the week, but Mrs. Fables picks Kenneth after hearing his mom is in good shape. Just then, they saw a large cat roaming around the streets. Meanwhile, Kiteman and his crew are seen readying the area before Malice walked past them, saying the only thing that will cheer her up is by going to Lex Luthor's party, which Glider finds it difficult to believe, but had to as she saw Lex on the screen admitting so. In anger, Glider threatens to fire Malice if she steps a foot in Lex's party, which she grumbles and returns back inside, while Glider furiously flies with Kiteman to meet Lex for lying to her. As they arrive, the bouncer could tell their names isn't on the list. Kiteman spotted his dad inside, yet his dad pretended as if he didn't see him, making them to return back. Just while on the air, Kiteman saw himself as a big loser, but Glider tells him he's better off without impressing his dad. Malice's cat caught their attention as it seen destroying properties heading towards the Legion of Doom. Lex noticed Noonan's bar name on its cloth and assumes it's being sent. Glider hatches a plan, distracting Chaz Shore, driving her back to Noonan's because Malice is the only one that can calm her down. Kiteman and Glider runs and begging Malice to stop her cat. Glider strike a deal with her, saying if she stops her cat she'll stop making snarky comments about her, which she reluctantly agreed. All Malice had to say was, "Here kitty kitty kitty." Glider mind got blown but was interrupted as she sees Kiteman sobbing alone. He tells his crew he'll stop doing things to win his dad's heart, but only impress his Glider. Immediately, Lord Darkseid appears at Noonan's as the godfather of Malice, who happens to hear about her cat's chaos and seems displeased by her not being able to maintain a job. But Glider defends her just before some men walks in because her monster cat just got popular as people will wait in line just to see it. So is Kiteman's dad. Darkseid seems impressed with her as she's now managing the bar's media account, while Bane is being hired as a bouncer but still accepts to work for tips. Queen of Fables enters in with a total new look. Shortly after, Kiteman demands for more shot glass as she's seeing seducing Kiteman, but was interrupted as they found Six-Pack hiding while busy listening to their romantic conversation. Even so, Kiteman politely reminds him about privacy while Glider showed no mercy chasing him out while they enjoyed their romantic moment. After that, Malice notifies Kiteman Six-Pack orders a triple gin Provençal, but Kiteman doesn't know how to prepare that as he remembers Glider has drink recipes in her computer just while typing. Gus and the rest doesn't think it's a good idea for him to use her system without her knowing, although he ignores them as he found a work stuff file that says at 1 year they're meant to be living together or break up, triggering Kiteman to propose with a key to Glider when she walked in. She noticed he went through her computer, making her uncomfortable as she rejects the proposal. Kiteman tries to talk to her about it, but Glider excuses herself, claiming she's busy. Golden Glider sure kept Kiteman worried, making him think she's not into him anymore. Just then, all his customers flee to Villigan's grand opening as the rest watch from the window, causing Glider to regret starting a legit business. Bane decides to spy on the Villigans while others sits back and waits for him, but got tired eventually. Meanwhile, some guy dressed like a famous villain brought a gift basket saying it's courtesy from Villigan's management that comes with 3 tickets to a spa. Kiteman wants to go with Glider to converse on the relationship rules he saw, but Glider looks anxious and decides to take Malice and Queen of Fable along with her. Kiteman pretends to agree as both of them acts awkward towards each other, making Kiteman realize she doesn't want him again, but Noonan advises him women can't resist a romantic guy, and a guy that can solve a big problem as Villigans is a big problem to Glider. Kiteman finds the idea pleasing as he proceeds to the Villigans. He got surprised the place is a blast as he doubted himself on beating the Villigans. Eventually he saw Bane working for them now. Earlier when Bane walked in, he reveals to Kiteman he saw his imposter who wasn't getting the job done well, moving him to get the job by all means to avoid ruining his reputation. Kiteman instantly got curious on seeing his imposter, but Calendarman shatters his heart, saying there's no fake Kiteman, meaning Kiteman isn't important at all. At the same time, the ladies were all relaxed at the spa as they burst into a conversation about Glider dumping Kiteman after going through her computer, but Glider doesn't seem to want that yet. Queen of Fables judges her with what her spreadsheet says. Glider reveals she made the list before she knew Kiteman, and she does want to live with him, but doesn't want to end his life with her disturbing powers when she gets really emotional. Once Malice noticed Villigans owns the spa, her face begins to boil. The workers held them hostage except Glider, who was quick enough to make a brilliant move. They all ended up in a combat where Queen of Fable's head got ripped off. On the other hand, Kiteman got extremely bothered. Glider doesn't want to move in with him and proceeds to say he has no idea on putting an end to the Villigans. Noonan then persuades Kiteman to slay Villigan's manager's head as he tells him he didn't keep the bar open with only friendly service. Before he could say he killed a lot, Kiteman confesses he hasn't killed anyone before. Noonan then tells him Glider will lose her respect for him if he loses the bar. Kiteman picks courage to impress Glider, even to kill, as he demands for a weapon. A cataclysmic deionizer weapon attracted him, which he placed in his penis area. Kiteman walks in feeling himself where Baby Doll saw him. The scene shows us how Glider uses her towel to furiously kill the ladies after them as Malice unite with Glider, ordering Cheshire to attack. Even at the middle of the fight, Glider still seemed bothered about Kiteman's feelings. Just then, a huge masseuse walks in ready to take them down. At the same time, Kiteman came in search of Villigan's manager, who happens to be standing behind him but has no clue at all. She offers him a drink, but Kiteman wouldn't take it because she's a kid, as she reveals she's 47 and she's the manager. Kiteman didn't have the gods to kill her anymore as she made her exit laughing at Noonan's bar. Mo and Gus sympathize with Kiteman, who wishes Villigan's never opened at that point. Kiteman hatched an idea on buying things Villigans can't buy, like community engagement and good old-fashioned creativity, as he goes to Noonan's to tell him his brilliant idea. He lays his business strategies of starting a theme night, karaoke night, Taco Mondays, but Noonan asked how he'll pull all that off, which Kiteman tells he'll put up a marquee in front to create awareness. Before his eyes, he saw everything he just listed at the Villigan's marquee, making him curious to know how they knew all that within a minute, as Noonan reminds him about the gift basket that might come with wireless mic. Kiteman went closer to it and noticed some ticking, which explodes eventually, while Glider engages in a toe-to-toe battle with the huge lady who happens to hold them hostage. Baby Doll appears on the screen saying no amount of fight will save them and their bar. Glider, whom cherishes her boyfriend and the bar so much, tells Baby Doll no one from nowhere can put them out of business, but Baby Doll happens to tell Glider her boyfriend is dead, triggering Glider emotions, allowing her to unleash her power. In the next scene, we are surprised to see Kiteman alive as he brilliantly threw the bomb to the Villigans. Baby Doll comes out looking furious as hell as she throws some blows to Kiteman, although Kiteman doesn't seem to retaliate until she mentioned Glider died after asking her to move in with him. Kiteman got filled with emotions as he attacks her without looking back. The guys walks in cheering Kiteman up as the girls badges in with a clean pose. Kiteman joyfully flew to Glider with lots of emotions. Glider confesses she has always wished to move in with him, but was afraid of turning him into a bloody larva. When she gets emotional, Kiteman happily agrees to be killed by her than anyone else. Just then, Bane walks in feeling humiliated. A child fire him as he screams in frustration. He won't step a foot back there. I'm guessing you enjoyed the movie. Thanks for watching. If you don't want to miss out on our next recap, please hit the subscribe button to this channel and keep watching.